Hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, Steve, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to another video. So if you didn't read the title already, we are going to be talking about the USFL, the United States Football League, the XFL, and the NFL. Three football leagues that are coming to you, well, the NFL has been around for decades, and the XFL is trying to rebrand, coming back after what happened with COVID. And then the USFL will be coming back for a second season sometime in March, I believe, or April. So to begin with, we're going to be ranking the USFL teams. Starting off with the Birmingham Stallions. They were the team that won the championship last year. Um, I love it. They have a great logo. The uniforms are great. The players, fantastic. So they are an A tier for here. The Houston Gamblers. I don't know how to really feel about it. Um, and this league was back in the 1980s for like 3 or 4 years, I believe. And then I think they tried to compete with the NFL and went bankrupt. I'm not for sure. There's so many football leagues out there, but we will be putting this team, I would say, in the B tier. Moving on, we got the Michigan Panthers. I love it. I don't know how to feel about the colors, but I will be putting this team in the B tier. The New Jersey Generals, yeah, we're going to put this team also in the B tier. The New Orleans Breakers, I like the uniforms and the logo. I just don't know how to feel about the name Breakers. Like, it doesn't really feel, um, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it feels like it could be more. So I'm going to be ranking this team C tier, although they are fun to watch. Um, the Philadelphia Stars, I got to put this team as an F. Their uniforms really just remind me of the Redskins, or now known as Commanders. Um, but they did make the championship game, so they are indeed a very good team. The Pittsburgh Maulers, I like their creativity for this one, but I'm just going to rank them a D because I don't think that they're very good. And then the Tampa Bay Bandits, the uniform colors, it's all right. The logo, I love it. So we were going to rank this team as a C tier. So I'm not going to be ranking these teams back from the 1980s of the same football league, but you can go ahead and pause the video and, I don't know, take a look at it for yourself. Moving over to the XFL, a team that started, or I should say a league that started back in the 1980s, and no, I can't talk today. A league that started in the 2001 season. It ran for one season and then completely collapsed and then tried to rebrand back in 2020, but then COVID happened, so plans were scrapped there, and now it's coming back here in 2023. So, to start off, we're going to be ranking the 2001 tier. Starting off with the logo, I absolutely love this logo. Um, they did have different rule changes, and I will get to that later on. But the branding of it, loved it. The San Francisco Demons, I believe this was the team that lost in the championship game. I really like the Demons name and their logo. Color uniforms, let's see, they had black and red, black helmets, red jerseys. I'm going to rank this team an A. I enjoyed watching them. Chicago Enforcers, it's a different name. Like, I wouldn't expect them to choose Enforcers. they were not a good football team, so I'm going to rank this team as a C. They definitely could have, in my opinion, changed their logo, but for starting out, not bad. The New York, New Jersey Hitmen. I do not like the name. I like the uniform. Again, not a great team. I don't even know what the record was. Um, so I'm gonna rank that team as an F. The Memphis Maniacs. If you look at their logo, it's like a dark red. Um, but if you saw their jerseys, it's completely different. It's kind of like a bluish green, I would say. Um, the Memphis Maniacs, name probably would have been better if it were different. Although I do like that they did put a team in Memphis. I'm going to rank that team as an F, though. The Las Vegas Outlaws, big improvement compared to other teams. We're going to rank this one as a C. Again, I could probably change the logo, but otherwise it's pretty good. Orlando Rage, another F tier. I don't like the name. I like where they're from. The Birmingham Thunderbolts. I don't know. This team went through a few different name changes. Again, I'll rank that team a C. And the Los Angeles Extreme. I do like that they have the name Extreme. I don't really know what their logo is, but I'm going to rank that team a B, and they are the team that won the XFL championship game or $1 million game back when. So back in 2001, they wanted to make it more XFL and I lost what I was going to say. They wanted to make it more um, a football league made more for football fans and wrestling fans combined. And they did that with a few rule changes. For instance, they said that you could, instead of having your last name on it, you could change it to saying whatever you wanted. So the main one that was going around was "He Hate Me," I believe, which is really cool. And then they also changed the no fair catch rule. So instead of calling for a fair catch so you won't get tackled, you had to catch it and you had to run for it. So that's what I like that rule. No, I don't like that rule. Excuse me, because it resulted in player injuries. Um, the 3-point conversion, where instead of going for a field goal, you have to go for a 1 point, 2 point, or a 3-point conversion. I love that rule, and they should keep it. Um, and what else was there? I feel like some of the names could have been, if they wanted to keep it more WWF at the time, they should have went with some of the names that were going around um, with the 2001 league. So, for instance, we have Stone Cold. So a team could have been named the Rattlesnakes. Who else was there? There was, we got Undertaker. There could have been a team renamed as the Phenoms. We got, let's see, how do I spell this? Ultimate Warrior. Could have had a team named the Warriors. But just different teams like that, I think would have been pretty cool to see rather than them trying to think creatively of football teams. But for the most part, they managed it pretty well, I would say. So now I'll move on to the XFL back in 2020, by far, in my opinion, the best league. Um, Man, I wish that this league would have stayed around. We'll start off with the Dallas Renegades. I love the team, love the logo. Uniforms were all right. They kind of reminded me of the Chicago Enforcers a little bit. Um, when I first heard of the XFL in 2020, I picked the Dallas Renegades to be my favorite team, and then I slowly switched over to cheering for the St. Louis Battlehawks. But I will rank this team as a C tier. And then the Houston Roughnecks, only undefeated team at 5-0 before it ended. And there's some controversy that the logo looks more like the Houston Oilers, and then they did try to redo it, but then they said it looked more like the Patriots. So I don't know what their new logo looks like, but as far as the 2020 version goes, rank them an A. The LA Wildcats, I like it, but it could have been better. So I'm going to rank this team a D. The New York Guardians, I love this team, love the logo, everything about it was exciting to see. So I'm going to rank this team as an A. St. Louis Battlehawks, I love a football team that's from St. Louis. I kind of wish that the Rams would have stayed playing there, but it's all good. So we're going to rank this team as an A. Seattle Sea Dragons, or no, the Seattle Dragons. Fantastic uniforms, one of the best. The logo, absolutely love it. Okay, so I got to rank that team also an A. The Tampa Bay Vipers, I like the Vipers name. Don't really care that they are from Tampa Bay. Would have been better if they were from Orlando. But as far as this team goes, that's an F. And then the DC Defenders, love it. I'm going to rank this team as a B. And last but not least, for the XFL, we have the teams for the upcoming 2023 season. So we'll start off with we don't know what the uniforms look like or anything like that. Or at least I don't. I don't pay attention to it as much. Starting off with the San Antonio Brahmas. I mean, it looks all right. I'm not overly excited for it. I do think that the uniforms are going to be a black and yellow with their logo. As of right now, I'm going to say a C because I don't know if I'll really like them once they get going or not. It's early yet. The New York or these are the Orlando Guardians. They moved the team down to Florida, which is kind of a weird move. And I also like the old logo a lot better. But maybe they needed to change the logos because Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson bought the XFL from owner Vince McMahon. So I'm going to rank this team as a B tier. The DC Defenders, again, like the old logo more, but I think this team will be just as good as they were the last time. So I'll put them also as the B. Houston Roughnecks, their logos looks the same anyway. So we're going to keep that as an A tier. And St. Louis Battlehawks is an A as well. Seattle Sea Dragons, I don't like the name that they put as the Sea Dragons. It doesn't make them sound rough. There's a better name that I could have been using for it. It makes it sound more kiddish, we'll say. So the team for me will go down to the C tier. The Vegas Vipers, I like how it's going to be coming along. It looks like it's going to be, from here anyway, a black and red team. Sounds a lot better than the Tampa Bay Vipers. Their logo, I think, could have been more than just fangs, but we will take it. I'm going to rank this team as a B. And last but not least, we have the Arlington Renegades. I don't know why they moved it to Arlington. I maybe San Antonio Renegades. Yeah, I kind of like that name more. But we will rank this team as a C tier. So that's going to be my upcoming this year's XFL rankings so far. All right, so I did say that I was going to be talking about the NFL now. Um, so here's what I'm thinking, um, and it's probably not going to change anything. Uh, the NFL has 18 weeks of football. They bumped it up a few years ago, and they have playoffs, seven seeded playoffs in the wild card. In the playoffs, I can't talk today. Um, which is fine. It's okay, but if they're not gonna add more teams to the NFL, then I would say that they need to take away that extra week of football and take away both seven seed teams for the playoffs because there was nothing wrong with it before. Um, so if they did ever add NFL teams to the NFL that we have today, I feel like the XFL should join with the NFL and bring some of the rules with it, you know? Um, so if that did happen, we will take a look at the teams that could possibly work with each other. I'll start off with the St. Louis Battlehawks. I think that team should, if they did merge with the NFL, that team should join the NFC West as the Rams were previously in St. Louis. Um, I don't see a problem with that whatsoever. Um, who else is there? The DC Defenders. Um, you got the Commanders playing in Washington, so I think it's only fair that we put DC in the AFC East tier with the Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. The Vegas Vipers, there's already a team in Las Vegas, so maybe the Vegas Vipers could move to, let's see, there's the Golden State Vipers, maybe. Um, I kind of do like the name Oakland Vipers. I don't know, it's got a nice ring to it. Only reason I would move the Vipers there instead of keeping them in Vegas is because Oakland just moved to Las Vegas and they have a new stadium. So I don't think that they'd be moving back to Oakland anytime soon. The San Antonio Brahmas, uh, I mean, we've already got a Dallas team and a Houston team. I feel like this team would work out best if they were put in the AFC South, and then we could put Orlando Guardians in the NFC South. Okay, so I did some rebranding on the XFL teams if they did join the NFL teams, and here's what I got so far. Um, the Orlando Guardians will move back to New York, but they're going to be playing in the Boston area, so they'll be playing as the Boston Guardians. Uh, oh wait, I got two Guardians teams. Hold up. Okay, now we've got it. So the Guardians move from Orlando up to Madison, Wisconsin to become the Madison Guardians. The Brahmas move from San Antonio up to Boston, New York to become the Boston Brahmas. The Roughnecks move from Houston to San Antonio since there's already a Houston team in the NFL to become the San Antonio Roughnecks. And I switched the Vipers from the AFC West up to the NFC West to become the Oakland Vipers. Then the DC Defenders, the St. Louis Battlehawks, I put as the AFC North, which is probably going to make it really tough for the Browns because they are all those teams right now, maybe not right now, are better, we'll say. The Arlington Renegades will stay the same, and the Sea Dragons, I would drop the name Sea Dragons and just have Dragons, and then either have them relocate to Oklahoma City Dragons or the San Diego Dragons. Either of those would work, I think, and I would also bring in some of the rules from the XFL, like going for the 1 point, 2 point, or 3 point without kicking it. The kickoffs, I think NFL is okay with what they have. Um, what else? Oh, the double forward pass is another rule. I think that they should bring that in, and I also think that they should have the 1 foot inbounds rule instead of two. So that's what my predictions would be if that were to come true. So, with that being said, I hope everyone enjoys the rest of the NFL season and the upcoming XFL season and the USFL season. Wow, that's a lot of football. So, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you guys really want to see in future videos. I don't know what to do right now. So, I will be leaving it at that, and I will see you in the next one. Take care out there, everyone.